For this video, I've compiled a list of community college courses that the aspiring correctional officer should consider taking prior to applying for a position at a jail or a prison. No, I didn't. And although there are some benefits that come with having a bachelor's degree, most facilities only require a high school diploma or GED to be considered. But that's not the topic. That's not why you clicked on this thumbnail. Today I want to talk about the charges or crimes that inmates have been accused of, implicated in, or convicted of, and why correctional officers should avoid indulging in that type of information without provocation. In this video, I'll offer you 5 reasons why correctional officers should abstain from checking out the charges of our charges.
Yeah, alright, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah.
It is paramount, so important, that an officer remain professional when dealing with the population. We should treat them based on, in accordance with, their behavior inside, regardless of how they behaved on the outside. But this philosophy, this dogma, becomes difficult if we are unable to look past their past. So one of the best pieces of advice I ever received, that was ever relayed, was to never look at an inmate's charges. And here's why. Number 1, a charge doesn't necessarily tell you the whole story. Looking at an inmate's charges can be misleading, deceiving. For example, an individual could have been accused of or sentenced for theft. So you assume, based on your limited knowledge of legalese, that theft isn't that serious, right? What you don't know is that his original charge was aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. What the theft charge doesn't tell you is that this person kicked in the door of a 3-bedroom ranch, pistol-whipped the father figure, and held the entire family at gunpoint. I should index my finger, but he didn't. While his cohorts commandeered a flat screen and a jewelry box full of grandma's old jewelry. But when he got caught, his lawyer found a mistake the cops made while taking him in. So the prosecution offered a solution, a deal, amending the charge to theft. Number 2, seeing the charge may invoke some biases or make you stereotype that individual. Everyone has biases. I don't care who you are. I'm not saying that everybody is racist or sexist, so settle down. Biases are not that cut and dry. I'm just saying that we all have certain things that sometimes we feel a certain way about. For example, if an inmate has been accused of or convicted of a crime against a child or a woman, some people may find it difficult to treat that person, well, as a person. Because when we read sexual assault on a child or exploitation of a minor or domestic violence or strangulation, our mind starts to wander and we start to make assumptions. And our dealings with that individual may start to reflect our personal feelings about that particular infraction. And that takes us to number 3. Seeing the charge may alter your interactions with that inmate. So say an inmate is doing time for murdering his pregnant girlfriend, and you and your spouse just had a baby, or maybe even a miscarriage. Knowing what that person did, knowing what that person is accused of, may skew the way you two interact. You may get angry. You may feel that you may need to administer your own tiny little bit of justice. You may start to lose your professional persona and put yourself in a precarious position. So don't do that. Remaining fair, firm, and consistent is a lot easier if we don't know anything about the crime that they're doing time for. Number 4. And this is gonna get you going a little bit. You may start to feel sorry for them or think that they don't deserve to do prison time. I can hear you collectively and respectively disagreeing with this discussion point. Just humor me. Or don't. People go to prison for a lot of different things. Not everyone inside is a violent psychopath preying on innocent people. Some convicts, some inmates just made a mistake. A stupid fucking mistake. And now they're facing time for— Quiet! And now they're facing time for drinking and driving, or for being an addict. Or maybe you have a weird uncle that reminds you that shares similar characteristics with the convicts. So you get into your feelers a little bit, which sets you up to be manipulated. Number 5, their charges may fucking scare you. People do some pretty messed up stuff to each other. I'm not talking about cutting you off in traffic messed up. I'm talking about picking you up on Tinder, cutting you into pieces, and throwing your remains into a storm drain messed up. I remember one individual in particular, early in my career, that gave me the willies, the heebie-jeebies, made the hair on the nape of my neck stand up. His crimes, his cold dead eyes, and his size was unsettling, unnerving, really fucking scary. So I handled him differently, without warrant, because his demeanor, his interaction with staff was respectful. So my knowledge of his charge changed my behavior. So there it is, 5 reasons not to know. But before I go, I'd like to say that there is a time, there is a place that you should look at an inmate's charges. If your safety or your life or the life of another staff member was in jeopardy or at risk, or if you have to interact with this individual during a crisis situation, you need to know. You need to know if this individual has a violent past, if they're prone to violence, if they often inflict injury on others. Look, it's a balance. Use your best judgment. Look or don't look. It's up to you. I'm just giving you something to chew on. If you like this video, if you found value in this video, straight punch that little like icon. Leave a comment and share this content with anyone and everyone that you think may be interested. Anyone. And everyone. The mailman, your neighbor, your babysitter, your baby mama's babysitter, your baby mama's cousin's sister's uncle's babysitter. Everybody! Subscribe and click the little bell so you're notified every time that I release a video. And if you're looking for more correctional content, head on over to my Facebook page. I'll post the link in the description below so you know where to go. And if you're looking for even more correctional content, check out my book, The Nothing That Never Happened, available on Amazon. The link will also be in the description below. If you're still watching, if you're still hanging on, I'm begging you, let me know what you feel about this video. Put your comment, your feedback in the section below so we can have a back and forth, so we can have a discussion, so we can bounce ideas off of each other. All right, guys, that's all I got. Until next time, be smart, stay safe, stay sane, and we'll talk soon.
Hey, 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 yeah, hey, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, 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 yeah, let's go. I feel like it.
Hello? Hello? I thought hello? I can't. It went to voicemail.